special guest graduated from the University of Auckland as the first Pacific woman in history with a degree in mechatronic engineering. Now a full-time mum at home, part-time engineer with three beautiful daughters. Now Juliana has focused any spare time towards a series of STEM children books. Now, last year, it took her engineering background and artistic flair to create Buzz the Electron. Now, this has opened up a new world and opportunity for innovative and creative projects. So I just want to say a massive kia orana, talofa lava, and good morning to Joyana and also baby Eve, who are with us this morning on our Island Time Talanoa.
Joyanas Oh, look, Eve.
Very nice.
As well.
Good deal.
It's a pleasure to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have the both of you here on our Island Time Talanoa. Now, Joyana, can you just give us a little bit of background about yourself and your family?
Sure. It's been a while since I've had to do this spiel. My name is Joyana Finch, and I grew up in Rarotonga, Cook Islands. Yeah, Eve hasn't been there yet. Is that what you're saying? And I did high school there. I attended Avatea School and Te Reora College, and it wasn't until I wanted to go to university that I moved over to New Zealand, which I did, to complete a degree in Mechatronic Engineering.
What got you into mecha? This is the first time. The only time I heard anything mecha was like Mechatron from Decepticons and Transform. What exactly is mechatronic engineering?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. It's a relatively new discipline, so it's a very common question. Basically, it includes all of the disciplines of engineering. So it's a mixture of software, electrical, and mechanical engineering, and that's precisely the reason I chose it. Because it allowed me some flexibility in my career, and usually with a mechatronics degree, it's a lot easier to become, more of an engineering manager because you have that overview perspective of how all of the disciplines fit into each other.
Yeah.
And that really appealed to me. As well as for my own selfish reasons at home, my own home engineering projects. I want to do everything myself, so I want to know how everything works. I want to do the software, the electrical, and if any mechanicals involved, I'd like to know that too. So yeah, mechatronics seemed like a no-brainer then.
Yeah. Well, just as you were saying that, you love to do everything yourself, and I know with you've come in with some of your own books, and you've done the whole illustration, everything. Can you take us the process and what started off the idea of you getting into creating your own books?
Okay. So it started when I had my first daughter, Zarina, and I'm an engineer. Her papa, my husband's an engineer. So naturally, I wanted to, read some like engineering, sciencey things to my bub. And so I started looking for books, and there are books out there, but I didn't really find them enjoyable to read.
Yeah.
Not as enjoyable as like Harry McClary or Peg the Pug that got fun and rhyme. And so I said to my husband, I can do this. I get to make these books. There's got to be people out there who also want to, read to their babies and their young ones and have something a bit more fun. Otherwise, this is just making science look really boring when it's not. It's fun. And that is the core of my passion and drive behind these books is to normalize science and tech.
Yeah.
Especially with our Pacifica people, there's that perception that, science and maths is just too hard or it's for the brainy kids. And I think that way of thinking really holds us back. What we want to do is just make it normal as the ABCs, as normal as, animals on a farm. And if we're reading books about mermaids and unicorns and dragons, then we might as well read them about read to them about electrons and electromagnetic waves and chemistry because, it's just as far-fetched. So my goal was to get those complex subjects and just break them down into something cute and easy and it rhymes. So it just fits in with, the kids' library and just to take the scary out of science, to take the pressure off,
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to think I want my child to be a scientist, so I need to buy them these books. No, I wanted it just to slip in with everything else. Because that's the type of normalization I want. It's a technological world we live in.
Very nice.
Might as well equip our kids.
And I've noticed you brought in some books now. One of your main characters is Buzz, but you've got other characters as well now.
I do. So last time I spoke on this show, I can't remember what it was the last time. Eve, this is my turn to shine. Shush. I'd done Buzz the Electron, which was my first book introducing the concepts of electricity. But since then, I've written Violet the Photon, which talks about electromagnetic waves and refraction, so visible light and how rainbows are made. This one's really cute, and it includes a little metaphor comparing how a wave is like the Cook Island ura. So I like to keep our Pacifica culture in there too, not just for us.
Yeah.
Not just for us Pacifica people to see, our relevance in science, but also to introduce us to the rest of the world and say, hey, we're here too. And after that was Bucky the Carbon Atom, my most recent one, which introduces the concept of chemistry and covalent bonding.
Nice.
Yeah, so they rhyme, they're simple, they're cute, they're colorful, and I'm really proud of them.
Great to hear that. I know how proud you are with your Pacifica heritage, and great to hear how you're implementing your culture in your stories. Now, how can people get a hold of these awesome books?
Usually it's through my website, mrsjfinch.com, but I'm actually sold out at the moment. I think I've got maybe 1 or 2 Violet books left, but I'll be looking at getting more stock in maybe a month or 2 before Christmas.
Nice.
In time for Christmas. So mrsjfinch.com.
Wow.
Otherwise, Scholastics recently featured them in their book order, which I was very proud of. So you could possibly get them through Scholastic New Zealand.
Well, to all our listeners, you heard it right here. Also, you can check out the live interview on our 531 PI Facebook page, which will have these details as well, so people can get a hold of the awesome books. Be great resources. Now, what other projects is Miss Busy Mummy Joyana up to?
I know I have a problem with coming up with too many ideas that I think myself are wonderful. The other project that takes up most of my time, the polyswaddles. I don't know if you've noticed, but these bold, bright, beautiful baby muslin blankets.
Nice.
Polyswaddles. And I came up with them actually when I was carrying baby Eve, so you could say she was the inspiration behind it. We were going through the second round of lockdowns, and I was really quite homesick.
Yeah.
Just missing our Pacific Island culture and the flowers and the music and the sunshine. And I thought when baby comes, it'll be nice to wrap her up in some of that beauty of our culture.
Nice.
So I started looking for blankets, but the fashion these days is neutral colors.
Yeah.
And I thought, well then, I'm just going to go and make it, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of mamas out there who want something bold, bright, and beautiful to wrap their babies in. And it turns out there is. There are.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mamas who are really appreciating something bright that the babies can enjoy.
Yeah.
And are you done with this interview? Mama's still talking. Do you mind if I stand up?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I wanted it to be a really nice quality baby muslin blanket. So I had to go overseas to find these bamboo and cotton mix. So it's really, really soft and really breathable, and it's got a nice weight to it. So
Yeah.
it's a premium product.
Very nice. And how can people get a hold of your poly swaddles?
Swaddles.
Or
I
swaddle?
don't know the American.
Eh?
MrsJFinch.com. Everything I come
Man,
up with, I just put
MrsJFinch.com.
it there.
There you go.
I didn't intend for that, but that's just kind of what it's becoming.
Wow. Well, Ina's wearing hers already.
Yeah.
She's modeling it already.
Lots of ladies have been buying it just for themselves.
Yeah.
It's like a light scarf or something while they're working out.
Would definitely come in handy in summer as well, no?
Oh, yeah. And even for the older kids, as a sarong or a beach cover. I mean, that's why I went with a muslin blanket, because to me, it's like the most handy thing a mom could have.
Yeah.
Rather than like a heavy winter blanket. I said, no. Muslin blanket, you can use it for almost anything.
So, because you live in Auckland?
I live in Blenheim.
Oh, Blenheim.
Yeah.
Wow. So you went from Auckland to Auckland University to now living in Blenheim.
Yeah.
And what brings you to the capital?
Oh, well, Eve and I flew up yesterday morning, to attend a board meeting. I'm a board member of the Engineering Associates Registration Board.
Nice.
And it was meeting time. And then, so I had to come up for that, as well as a little shindig at Parliament. So that was Eve and Mama's first time in the Beehive yesterday, and that was exciting. Eve decided to sing while the minister was speaking, but I don't think anyone minded.
Good on you. Good on you, Eve. Hey. And before we do head off, Joyana, where does the name Joyana come from?
My name is close to my heart. My parents came up with it because they got it from my two grandmothers, Joyce on my mom's side and Tiana on my father's side. And so I got Joy from Joyce and Anna from Tiana. And so that way they could make both nanas happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where Joyana comes from.
A very special name.
I think so.
Just like Baby Eve. Baby.
It's a special name.
Now, any shout-outs, Joyana, you'd like to give to your family out there?
Yeah. Hi, fams. Thanks for tuning in. And a special shout-out to Papa Finch at home holding down the fort. Thank you for being amazing and letting me go out and do this. Teamwork, huh?
Yeah.
Teamwork is key.
That's the one. Wow, what a good man, Papa Finch. We really appreciate you coming to our Island Time Talanoa, especially being busy with Baby Eve and your meetings and that you got here in Wellington. But thank you very much for your books. We will let everyone know where they can get them from MrsJFinch.com. And that's where you can also get your poly swaddle. And maybe even see some more photos of Baby Eve as well. But me taki maata, thank you very much for being here with us. God bless you and your family. And also your three girls. Three girls, eh?
Three girls.
Wow, I got three boys. But God bless you and the three girls. And all the best with our future projects. And please come back again and let us know with what other new projects you're going to be coming up with. Yeah.
Yes, I will be back.
Thank you very much. God bless you. And that was our Island Time Talanoa today. We had Joyana Finch here with Baby Eve talking to us about the amazing books that she has and also her poly swaddle. Yeah, I like it. Here on Island Time 531 PI, bringing Pacific people together.
531 PI.
Yo, te dou pro DJ Raw, Rio Mama,